Brown about it too. Auburn looking for a football coach. This is a long time coming. Unfortunately, and I hate to use this term, Bryan Harsin has been a dead man walking for a long, long time as far as coaching. He's out. The new AD, John Cohen, is from Mississippi State, getting almost 3 times or 2.5 times the money that the Auburn AD was getting before him. He's from Tuscaloosa. He coached at Kentucky. He's coached, played, and been an AD at Mississippi State. He's an SEC blood, through and through. He is coming in, and Bryan Harsin fired before he even walks through the door, and you wonder if that was discussed even before he was officially hired.
Well, I mean, at least they didn't, do the thing where he gets officially hired and go, well, I have to look at all the coaches and all the sports, and whether it's football or it's swimming. I mean, we have to look at everything in this program. That's what we're going to do. No, this hire of the AD and firing of the AD that they had was all about Bryan Harsin and football. That's what this was. This has nothing to do with any other program that's going on at Auburn right now. Basketball is rolling great. Everything else is fine. They don't care. The alumni there are not making this AD hire and the next coaching hire based on any other sport. So to just go ahead and get out of the way and let Bryan Harsin walk out the door and onto his next job is the smartest thing to do, so you don't have that, BS about like, well, I'll examine everything, knowing that when he was in that interview, it made it clear that he was going to want to make his own football hire, which most ADs do, and the only time they don't is if it's somebody who's normally elevated that's been on the staff with all those coaches, because you want to put your own stamp on it.
Yeah, I mean, this was inevitable. I'm glad we just finally cut to the chase here. And it took Auburn finding their AD to be able to do it. I don't know the particulars behind the scenes, but I don't really care. I mean, all that matters is that Harsin's out, and now there's a big job that's opened up. So now there's some company for Nebraska, and who else we got out there? Colorado and Arizona State, and I'm probably forgetting 1 or 2 that have opened up, because it's sort of been a while since we walked over to the carousel. It's kind of just been sitting in neutral for a few weeks at this point. But, now it's active once again in a major way. I mean, this is a big job. There are some, drawbacks that I don't think are going to be appealing to everybody. You can throw that SEC money all you want to at people, but given the way this is kind of, gone the last year or so, I'm sure there will be candidates who have a question about, okay, like exactly what kind of circus is this? Or is it calming down, or I'll have to worry about these rogue boosts?
I think the money will probably alleviate any of those concerns.
I'm sure it will too, and eliminate a lot of concerns, but you have to at least wonder and ask the question, and that's not going to shy anybody off entirely. I don't mean to make it sound that way at all, but there are some things that I'm sure guys will wonder about, but overall, yeah, it's a huge job in a great spot that's won national titles recently, is capable of winning national titles again, and capable of competing in the hardest division in college football, and they've proven that. So yeah, it's a tough job, but it's a great job so long as everybody kind of minds their P's and Q's, and that's what the new AD needs to ensure, and let the race begin and the search begin.